Hey, we got very, very popular people, very famous people sitting over there, and we're just babbling.
Here.
We got Chris Carter and Frank Spotnitz. Right? I said it right? Oh, my God. I rarely say someone's name right.
Mosey on over here.
Of course.
Very excited about this.
From the X-Files.
Yes. Very excited about the project.
Are you guys video gamers at all? Do you play any video games, or you just don't have time?
Not really. My kids do.
Your kids? What's their favorite game?
Mario Kart.
Oh, really?
They're younger. So
that's a cute, safe game.
That's adorable.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's cool. It's parenting too.
That's right.
I mean, I think some kids can take some violent content, and others get a little crazy with it.
Yeah.
So I think it's up to the parent. I hate when people try to legislate against gaming or movies, things like that, entertainment things, because I think it's all based on individual personality and what people can handle and what they can't. Some 16-year-olds can handle some heavier stuff, and then you got people that are 18 that can't handle it. So I think I think it should be up to the parents. They know their kids best. What am I babbling about? How you guys doing?
This is typical Anthony interviewing stars.
Yeah, I just babble away at things.
No, he gets fanboyish at times.
Yeah,
you're a big X-Files guy.
Huge. I'm the guy with the box sets that are all over the house, and every so often you pop them in. It's great. Look, I'm babbling again. But
why don't you describe what furniture they usually sit on?
Usually, I think it's on a little wooden table. Shut up, Jimmy. Okay, people want to know about the movie. People want to know what's going on with the movie.
We made it.
You made it.
Oh,
We're keeping it a big secret right now.
There's got to be a little tidbit you could give us about perhaps what time frame is this in?
It takes place it actually takes place now, 6 years later.
6 years later.
Right.
Now, are we going to get a little bit of a fill-in on what happened in that missing 6 years?
Sorta.
Sorta.
Yeah, it'll all make sense.
Okay, well, any flashbacks? So we could bring back some beloved characters or not so beloved that are perhaps gone.
There may be characters from...
man. How are we going to do this interview if you're not going to give us anything?
This is good.
All right.
Because you got to kind of be like Mulder here. I got to kind of fish out a little info from the...
Don't make us bring in Master Poe to get some answers out of you.
Put you in a headlock or something. I don't know what...
You'll be confessing the entire movie plot.
We've never had to actually assault a guest to get information out of him, but we're not beyond doing that. But, I mean, the show obviously had a huge impact when it came out. It was a giant, huge fan base. And it didn't really wrap up, did it? You can talk about the show.
Yeah. Well, the show kind of wrapped up. There was a natural ending to it, but we sort of set up the movie. I think you'll see that in the movie, it's a natural extension of the TV show.
Okay.
But it's not about aliens. It's not about the conspiracy. It's more a standalone, scary story with Mulder.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to be a fan or know any of the show in order to see the movie, obviously.
It's nice if you are, but you don't have to be.
Yeah.
Well, that's smart. Very smart.
Because I enjoyed the first movie when the series was still on. Yeah. I really liked that. That was kind of a standalone thing also.
Yeah.
And great. So did you have any trouble getting the cast back?
No, they wanted to come back. I mean,
they did.
David was, he's lobbying for the movie, and we actually started working on it like 5 years ago.
Wow.
And then there was a little disagreement between Fox and me about some money issues.
Oh, that always comes down to that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
God. Well, thank God. I would love to see David Duchovny in that role, because if he does one more of these goddamn romantic comedy things, that I got to see him in. You know, the guy, you see him in the X-Files, it's great, cool guy, nice. And then there he is in one of these schlocky romantic comedies. People make fun of him for those movies.
I won't tell him he said that.
We've had him on.
We've had him on. I told him.
We've had him on promoting those movies.
I put the bug in his ear to do an X-Files movie, for God's sake.
He listened to it.
Have you seen Californication?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that, but...
You want Mulder.
Yeah, I mean, every so often you just want to see him reprise that classic role.
You'll be happy then.
What have you been up to since the X-Files?
I did a lot of stuff. I just took a bunch of time off, and it was. I said it was 10 years of extreme output, and I wanted 10 years of extreme input. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you just kind of hung out?
I did.
Wait, it's been 10 years?
No, I'm sorry. It's
you scared
It's been
me.
6 years.
Wow.
It's gotta be still though.
Yeah, no kidding. Seems like yesterday.
You guys are going to Comic-Con tonight, I think, right?
Yeah.
Here in New York. Are you going to show any of the film? Because that was speculated on that you might show a clip.
I think we're showing. Are we showing the trailer?
The trailer.
People have already seen it, so we're not.
It's amazing what fans will grasp onto. Like,
And the
Basically, you guys
trailers.
just show you a commercial. I kind of like that.
The trailer are clips that aren't even in the movie.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the movie.
This
It's
is us
secret.
walking to the studio.
yeah.
Billy Connolly's in the movie. I know he's a friend.
Yeah, he's
Oh, we
very
love
good.
Billy.
Yeah,
Billy's hilarious.
funny
Very
guy.
funny guy.
Does he
yeah.
play a comic role in the movie, or is it funny, or is it dramatic?
Depending on how you look at it.
That's a positive, maybe
It's not funny.
answer.
It'll be funny for some, though.
So you hung loose and got the cast back together.
Yeah.
That's
Put the
good.
band back
Everybody's pretty psyched about it. Now, do you have what's his name there? The T2000 is
Who's T2000?
what's his name?
Patrick.
Oh, Robert
yeah.
Patrick. That T2000.
Robert Patrick.
Possibly.
Possibly, because
No, I can tell you. Actually, he's not in the movie.
yeah, because that's kind of when people were like, we kind of like Mulder, and it's kind of hard. I watched the entire thing right up until the end. I've seen every episode multiple times and everything. So, but it changed the show, obviously.
Yeah.
When Mulder was gone, and occasionally you'd see him with fish hooks in his cheeks, and then that's the kind of the resolution that I was looking for that I never really got, though, was what happened to Mulder during that whole thing. Any answers to that, perhaps?
No, actually, I have no answers to that.
No answers.
And the movie doesn't answer that either. So maybe those answers are.
Okay, so over this 6-year period.
Yes.
Between when the show left off and the movie, did stuff happen that will be addressed in the movie?
Yes.
All right, there you go. You got a yes, Anthony.
I got an answer.
Congratulations.
I'm lost.
No, Lost is another show.
Yeah.
The plane
Are
crash.
they on an island?
You don't want to.
Where is it? In heaven? So I've never seen the X-Files. I've never.
where have you been?
Believe me, I know. I'm
Lost.
A complete.
Lost, yeah.
No, I'm awful. I get box sets and I just buy them like.
Well,
years
they
later.
have a couple of those for the X-Files.
So what happened? Did David Duchovny left the series, or he didn't do the first movie?
Now he left the series for a time.
Oh, okay. And then what's his name? Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
Was in. Okay. And was David Duchovny in the first movie?
He was.
Okay, and he's in this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All caught up.
There you go. Let's say hi to Eric in Indiana. Looks like Eric. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys? I just wanted to ask Chris if he's got any little scenes in this movie, like he did in the first movie, where Mulder exits the bar and promptly pisses all over Independence
Hold on.
Day poster.
We got to get you. You have to repeat your question.
We
You
got to
gotta
get
do it.
Chris
Just put-
Carr some headphones.
You guys got your headphones?
You were in some limbo state there.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it again there.
Oh no, I just wanted to ask Chris if there's any scenes in this movie, like the first movie, where Mulder leaves the bar and then promptly pisses all over the Independence Day poster.
No, he's already pissed on that poster. So no pissing on posters in this movie.
No poster pissing.
Why did he piss on the poster? Was that like a slam at the movie?
He's actually pissed underneath the poster, but
Yeah.
people took it that he pissed on the poster. It pissed a lot of people off, actually.
That's all right though.
Yeah.
Why, did you guys feel competitive with that flick?
No. It was kind of an inside joke, and because that movie was about aliens too, so it was competitive.
That kind of the X-Files. I always thought it was kind of inspired by the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Remember that show?
Yeah.
What was
that's
it?
Direct descendant.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to watch that as a kid, and that was very interesting.
You're dating yourself.
I know. Well, I'm 40 flurf, as I say. 40 flurf. Never give my age out. See, because I'm recently single, and I enjoy the company of younger women. So if I just say 40 flurf, it doesn't sound like 46.
Wow, are you really? Jesus.
I just threw a number out there,
Nice,
Jimmy.
you got 40 years on her.
Terrible, terrible man.
So you guys, I were probably more of like and I just from the reputation of the show, and I know more of a hardcore kind of a vibe with aliens, and like Independence Day kind of was like a little bit of fluff. I mean, not that we want to shit on the movie, but it was a little bit of.
Well, it's sort of the opposite of what X-Files tries to do, because X-Files tries to make you think it's real. It could really be happening. And, obviously aliens are not.
Yeah, I think the format of the X-Files too is pretty unique in that you had a running storyline threaded through the whole thing that occasional weeks would hit on, but then you'd have storylines that just had nothing to do with that thread of conspiracy and stuff, which were very interesting.
Yeah,
it
was really flexible that way. That the fans would come back even though one thing had nothing to do with the other.
And then at the beginning, sometimes there'd be a little quote up there at the beginning that was different.
Yes.
Than what was the normal one that was usually on?
The truth is out
there. Yeah, the truth is out there. And people just were like, oh, what does that mean? And they'd go to websites and try to figure out what that meant as far as the episode went. Did you guys do things on purpose? Did it mean anything? Were you screwing with people?
Always.
Always just screwing with people? Yeah, thanks. No. Thanks a lot.
No, it always meant something. And it was interesting because people were, like you said, they'd check it out. They'd go online. And so we were able to sort of grow with the Internet. And it was like cross-pollination between the show and the Internet.
Because that really was at the same time as, the advent of the Internet and really taking off and people getting on websites for TV shows. People really speculated as to what was going on with the X-Files. That definitely helped the show out, I'm sure.
Yeah, now it's everybody does that. All the shows have a direct connection to their fan base. I mean, they're sort of in direct contact with them 24 hours a day.
And exclusive, sometimes exclusive material. We brought up Lost before. That's a show that I think that show owes a bit to the X-Files. In that there are these multiple storylines and a common thread that happens. And, boy, they do have quite the internet base.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bunch of freaks. You must have, at some point, gotten a lot of strange emails from people speculating and asking questions.
And lots of, fans and lots of angry people, too. So you can, you can piss people off.
Yeah, I wonder what it is about that type of program that gets people so passionate and like Star Trek with the original Trekkies, that they get so passionate about it and almost live it as if it's real.
Yep.
And get angry at the creators and writers and just have such a passion for the show.
Yeah, there was one woman who said she hated me with the power of 1,000 burning suns.
Yes, what an arrogant bitch.
What did you? I know. What did you do? I mean, what could you possibly have done?
It's a show.
Hey, no kidding.
1,000 burning, so like 865 is not enough.
Well, it is a big compliment. It's a compliment that they feel that invested in it. But you go to the conventions, and you get the feeling from a lot of the fans that they feel like they know the show better than you do. That it's actually their show, and you're sort of in the way.
Yeah, that's how we feel about this program. These bastards think they run it. Will, I got to ask this, and I think you could probably answer. I hope you can either. Mulder and Scully, updated cell phones?
Actually, that's a
getting a big laugh.
Yes. Yes.
I get a yes.
Another yes.
Because besides Mulder's hair, I think it's the only thing that really dates the show is the cell phone where they pull out the antenna. They got the big block cell phone. Can never get reception when they really need it. Scully always in trouble. Never has a signal.
If you think about it, the show couldn't have been done before cell phones. They would never have been able to talk to each other.
No, they couldn't talk to each other.
Hey, when does the movie actually come out?
July 25th.
Well, did you delay it because you didn't want to compete with 88 Minutes? Pacino's blockbuster.
That opens today to 0 stars.
Oh, we've been teasing that stupid film all day.
0 stars for Pacino's new film.
Something happened.
Did the critics treat you guys well, or did they kind of dump on you?
Yeah, what was the critical reaction to the first movie?
I think people liked it generally. I mean, I think it was a good reaction to it. I mean, it's. You always have your...
there are always the haters and stuff, especially with something that's popular in popular culture. The critics like to kind of poo-poo that.
Yep.
Make some... they have to be above all that, I guess.
That's the nice thing, though, coming back after 6 years, is you get to hear what people think of the show 6 years later. And it's been pretty nice, actually. It's like... people have missed it or missed the characters, and they remember the show fondly. And
I think it's a good time. Not too much time has passed where you look and go, whoa, stop.
Yeah.
He's a little too old to be doing that.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been such a short period of time where it's like, come on, we just saw the show.
Yeah, exactly.
They look great, actually. David and Jillian look.
Yeah, well, last time we saw David Duchovny, he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
We went out to dinner and.
I think when he came in, I said, "David, you haven't aged." I always know what to say.
You look fantastic.
Hey, do you guys like when you're in between, like you got 6 years between doing films? Are you doing like theater and stuff like that? A lot of actors just get so bored with being known as the same role all the time. They just want to go out and, Gandolfini always wants to go out and do some weird thing. I mean,
right.
That's the end.
Yeah.
I just stopped.
As far as David and Jillian go, I mean, Jillian did theater in London where she lives, and David, I don't think did any theater, but they stayed busy.
David put out fruity movies, and Jillian, what was she in? She was in.
She was in Bleak House and The Last King of Scotland.
Last King of Scotland,
yeah, right.
which I didn't even recognize her.
She was blonde in it.
I didn't recognize her, and then I'm looking going, holy shit, I know who that is.
That was interesting, too, on the movie.
She did a great job of that.
They both had a hard time getting back into the roles, harder than they expected, because they spent 6 years trying to be anything but Mulder and Scully, and then they had to sort of remember what that was and imagine them 6 years down the line. So it was
with a show that had an impact like that was so popular, it'd probably be very easy to be typecast. I think that's probably why they went so quickly into other movie roles that were so far apart from that. So yeah, getting back to it, what did they do to kind of get back into those roles? Just put the clothes on. On the suit.
More takes. They just had to keep working at it to get their heads into that space again.
Yeah, the chemistry came back though. Did they have because there was some, the tabloids always get on there that the two didn't get along well, or was there any problem with that really?
Never.
No. Because Jillian is not like her character at all.
No, it's funny because both of them are unlike their characters.
Yeah.
And they're the opposite of their characters.
Yeah, Jillian's like very earthy, kind of hippie-ish.
Yeah.
And comes across as a very straight-laced doctor.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Mulder's funny though, and he was funny on the show.
He's a very funny man.
So
Jillian was 24 when she started the series.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many years were you on?
9 years.
Okay, so she's Jesus.
No, it's saying like that.
She's 40, right?
Well, she's 40 flurf.
No, I don't mean that in an awful way. Like I'm just saying that's a long time to have a good gig. I mean, 9 years on a show is just fantastic.
Hollywood could do wonders, though.
Yeah.
She'll look exactly the same, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're gonna. As far as updating it like that, have they? You'll never answer this.
How about this?
Have they been together over the 6 years? Has there been a relationship of some sort? Are they getting back together?
Is that together in quotes?
First time. I don't mean together like romantically. It's not moonlighting we're talking about here, but it's.
I think they actually saw one another a few times during.
Oh, okay. So it hasn't been a working relationship or anything like that, which is nice. Oh, good. Wow, I got something out of him there. That's nice. Okay.
Ring the bell.
Yes, I need a little. Got some info out of him. Ring.
I have a question.
Oh, Jimmy.
No. Does David Duchovny die?
Jeez.
How does the movie end?
Yes, tell us the ending. That's all we want to know.
What are you thinking at Comic-Con when you're talking to all the people? Like as you're saying hello, are you just thinking nerd? Fanboy. Are you guys signing tonight, or are you just doing it quick?
No, we're signing.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
so you probably have quite a line, right?
Yes.
What are you going to be signing?
Oh, yeah.
Anything they bring up, or are you guys like selling pictures? Or?
I usually sign almost anything people bring up.
But
almost.
Yeah, they're going to have the poster.
What won't you sign?
I don't like signing breasts all that much.
Especially when they just flop them on the table.
Those icky breasts.
That's the only thing I will sign.
Do you get people that go, because there's always the stereotypical Comic-Con fan, do you get the ones that come up and pick out a specific episode and a detail and want you to tell them about it and you have no idea what they're talking about?
Most of the fans know more about the show than I do now.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's got to be awkward. I mean, but they're your fan base. That's who they are.
Yep.
And
not for them.
Yeah. You'd be doing what?
Yes. I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you feel like you've been typecast? I mean, that's probably a stupid question. It's such a successful thing, but is it like hard to say I want to go out, or you're just happy where you are? You did nothing else you'd rather be doing?
No, I'm happy to be doing this. Nobody wants to be typecast because it's sort of it limits who you know that you are. So I have other stuff I want to do actually.
There a guy like Joe Pesci who's had such a variety of roles. I mean, from the character in Raging Bull to Casino to Goodfellas, and then he sneaks in with a Jimmy Hollywood. You're like, this variety.
Do you ever go to like a Wikipedia to like you've forgotten about certain episodes, and you go to like a Wikipedia site or a fan site to remind yourself?
Yes, that's
we did that on Grand Theft Auto because they have chronicled everything that we've done,
like,
and the series spans from '84 to current day, and I'll be sitting there with my co-writer, and we're like, "What was that thing that we did back then?" And then you pop up Wikipedia like, "Oh,
does a hooker get bludgeoned in Grand Theft Auto?" Can you answer that, Laszlo?
I can't say
it. Damn it, I knew I wouldn't get anything
I
out
like the way
of it.
Laszlo snuck in that plug, though.
I know, he's amazing like that.
Yes. Speaking of the X-Files, have they ever shot around Caroline's on Broadway, the comedy club?
Where Jimmy's going to be appearing. The series did have so many peripheral characters that were really strong, important. I mean, the cigarette smoking man was probably one of the best villains in TV history. It seems like that being such an important part of the series, it's going to be hard to, in maybe a 2-hour movie, develop peripheral characters like that. How do you get past something like that when it was so important to the show?
That's a good question.
It is a damn good. As I was saying it, I'm like, holy shit, that's a good question.
This is going to be a good one, yeah.
Just say, you'll find out in the movie.
I can't answer that.
Can't answer that. Any cigarette smoking man in there?
Maybe not.
Maybe?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
That was a no. By the way, I saw him go like this.
By the way, he took quite a spill in the show, and I don't think he was getting up.
Don't spoil it.
That was in the series.
All right.
What are you going to watch? 18,000 box sets?
Why not? I did it with The Wire. I did it with Lost. I caught up. Yeah,
9 years of
Jimmy.
programming. You're not talking about an HBO show that goes 2 years and then they give up.
9 years. It's fine. It's great.
9 years.
And they didn't give up. They canceled us, and it was 1 year.
He was in Lucky Louie on HBO.
Yeah,
Great show that they took off.
Yeah, kind of like the X-Files, except your box set's a little higher. Ours is more of a leaflet. Here, enjoy it.
Now, cigarette smoking man, obviously, what was the actor's name?
Bill Davis.
Yeah, Bill Davis didn't smoke.
That's
Just a little
true.
bit of trivia, and I heard that those were clove cigarettes.
They were clove cigarettes.
That he smoked. And what were they called? They were
Morley's.
Morley's, of course, looking like the Marlboro.
That I remember.
The Morley's. Yeah, he was a great character, and like I said, tried doing that in the movie, but I guess we'll have to see.
Wait and see.
Yeah, wait and see.
Hey, is Big Kev here? Because one of our guys.
He's right behind you there,
Where's
Jimmy.
Big
Oh, there
Kev?
he is.
He's looking all big over there.
Oh, okay.
Big Kev probably knows more about the movie than no.
No,
You don't?
Are you a big X-Files fan? Kind of.
What?
Did he just
Don't do
give you
that
the
when Chris Carter's
wishy-washy?
sitting right there.
No, he gave him the
You
wishy-washy.
crazy?
Like, kind of.
Kind of, but I'll get him to sign something for God's sake.
I didn't take that as him shit on the show. I just, it's like, have you seen a lot of them?
Big
Yes,
Kev,
Big
everyone.
Kev.
I've seen a whole bunch. Yeah,
Geek extraordinaire, by the way.
I don't have any of them on DVD, and I'd like to get the box set, but I don't have it right now.
Which means if you guys have an extra copy, you'd be willing to give him on the arm. Kev likes free shit. Okay, we all do.
What's the average weight at Comic-Con?
Oh, what's that?
Oh, what? No, nothing. I'm going to tear it up now, funny man.
Oh, no. Is that a signed picture of Malcolm McDowell?
Yes, it is. Jerk off.
I apologize. Whatever you need signed, we'll make happen for you, sweetie. I'll drink out of your mule while they're signing it. You got a signed picture of Malcolm McDowell for me because I'm a clockwork fanatic, as we all
of
are.
course.
Pretty
Who
cool.
isn't?
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Well, when's the movie come out?
July 25th.
July 25th. Gentlemen, thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very insightful
Yeah.
in some ways.
In some ways, right? You got a little
absolutely.
something out of it.
A thrill to meet you. I'm a huge fan of the show and can't wait to see the movie.
Let me get the plug, too, because these guys tonight are going to be, actually all weekend at the New York Comic Con. Are you only there tonight or are you there all
Tonight.
weekend? Okay, I almost completely screwed that up. They're there tonight at Comic Con, Jacob Javits Center here in New York City. And I think at, what time, 7:30 you'll be there?
Autographs at 5, and then we speak at 7:30.
Okay,
Maybe.
autographs at 5. So get there at least 10 of to make sure that you're on the line. And bring as much stuff as you want to sign because they really love that, and ask a lot of questions about the show. Remember that one where you? And they're going to speak about the film and possibly show a clip, but they said they're just going to show the trailer. But thank you guys so much, man. The show's a massive success.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I cannot wait to see it.
Thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, guys. Opie and Anthony on your radio dial. We want to thank Chris Carter and Frank Spotnitz from the X-Files movie. We're coming on and giving us nothing.
No information.
As soon as we went to break, I looked at Anthony and I applauded. I actually went like this, and I went to Anthony Bravo, and I applauded you for attempting to get something going with that.
Very
not trashing anyone, but that was like pulling teeth. It's like
tight-lipped. Very tight-lipped.
Well, it's like they say, loose lips.
Why not? So, all we're asking for from some of you people, Laszlo has done it. He brought in Grand Theft Auto 4 for us, so we get a nice sneak peek. One of the first to get to see the game in action. Like some of these other people, it's like just give us a little something that'll go all over the place on the internet.
Now those are the
creators. It's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt you in the end. Come on.
Those are the creators, right?
Yep.
Well, Jimmy
seemed to be under the impression they were actors.
A lot of people on some feedback said that too.
Oh, they weren't actors? I had no fucking idea who they were.
Do you find yourself on the roles like De Niro, and they were looking at him like, "What are you talking
I
about?"
don't know.
Did you do any Broadway?
I was wondering why
Chris Carter doing fucking Rent.
I was wondering why you kept talking about the other actors.
Chris Carter is the creator of the X-Files.
Fucking good for me.
All right, so the instant feedback was accurate.
I had no fucking idea.
The instant feedback was coming in, and a lot of people going, I think Jimmy thinks that they're actors.
I thought they were the two leads in the show.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Swear to God.
Are you kidding?
That would be hysterical.
What a dope. That's like asking Oliver Stone. So do you act in theater when you're not starring in the movies? What a fucking asshole I am. But they didn't call me out on it either.
Well, they tried to tactfully move it towards, when you ask if they're typecast or whatever, they're like, well, sometimes David and Jillian are typecast.
Oh,
yes, you know the stars of the show.
When you ask the typecast question, I'm thinking, well, that maybe is a good question to ask, like a creator.
No, I said, do you do theater? Believe me, they knew exactly how fucking I did not recognize either one of them.
Absolutely.
Jimmy, it's very interesting what you know. It's extremely interesting knowing you because you have a lot of knowledge, but it's very different than a lot of other people, especially when it comes to like pop culture. Like some of the questions you've been asking about Grand Theft Auto have been quite interesting. Like you've never seen this game before.
No. But I got to say right now, I'm proud of me.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
For not recognizing those guys.
I kept trying to steer him back, like, well,
I know.
Sure that,
You know what? But
the actors, and then he would bring up another.
But now we did get something out of that whole last segment.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
They looked uncomfortable.
How could they not be? I fucking was asking them questions that were meant for other men.
And the woman.
You just
one man and one woman.
Wait a minute, fucking Duchovny and the broad. That's Mulder and Scully.
Mulder and Scully.
I swear to
Come
God,
on, Jimmy, no way.
I swear to God.
I'll be honest. I never even really watched the X-Files, and I know that.
I was trying to figure out which one of them was Mulder. I am not. I swear to God. How the fuck do I know Mulder?
How do you know?
I mean,
it was one of the most successful shows on television for 9 years.
I heard it was great. I've just never seen it.
You couldn't escape the X-Files when it was out, man. It was everywhere.
I escaped it.
Was obviously.
Jimmy escaped it.
You know what? That's
escape artist.
That was pretty much. And Anthony did his job. Trust me. I'm not even. What mic is?
Something's rumbling.
Everyone, grab their mics. No.
That was fun,
God.
but
I'm hurt.
All right, whoever's mic this is gets to go home early.
oh, please be mine.
It's not mine.
Please be mine.
Anthony.
Talking.
Damn it, Anthony.
Am I on the radio?
Jimmy. Oh.
Am I on the radio?
Yes, you're on. Hold on.
Am I on the radio?
Who's this?
Goodbye, Laszlo. Goodbye.
What the fuck?
Try the other one, Laz.
No, it's back. You could. Okay. All right. No, but now it's totally off. Yeah. All right, use Stan. Stan doesn't really.
I can't
use
fucking believe I thought they were the actors.
Here's the problem. It's not.
Oh, it's not plugged in.
Yeah.
All right, that's better.
All right, very good.
Don't worry, Mars. Settle down. Settle down.
I don't want to say Mars wasn't going to help, but he ran in with water to throw on it.
Mars panics because he thinks everyone in Washington listens to every word we say as reality. Like, oh fuck, will you guys stop fucking around? I'm gonna get fired for this.
Mars does summer stock when he's not doing engineering for this.
I didn't know.
No, what, Jimmy?
You guys do
didn't know.
theater.
I can't.
You do theater? Yes, I create.
I can't wait to listen to the replay now and hear all your questions.
Oh, I know.
I fucking thought they were the
Wait,
actors.
did you get some of the questions now? He thought he was Mulder and Scully.
I swear to God, who the fuck
Get
knows?
every question Jimmy asked about them being actors.
Please, someone go get
And
that.
fucking Duchovny, I'm like, wait a minute, he was in the X-Files.
Dude,
I know
Duchovny
that.
was on our show.
No,
though.
I know who he is. And I know he was at the star of the X-Files, but I didn't know the character names. As you're saying that, I'm picturing one of these guys pulling out the cell phone.
No.
I'm like, which one could
That
never
was
get his...
usually Scully.
Who's Scully?
She's Gillian Anderson.
Oh. Fuck would I know that? Skull fucky.
All right, listen, we got Jimmy asking Chris Carter
Fantastic.
pretty much actor questions. We got 2 of these.
Good.
We're going to get back to you in a second, Laszlo.
This is
We got
great.
more audio from the game and Anthony's jingle unedited.
Uncensored, yeah.
This
you gotta
is,
definitely hear it,
Now,
'cause
all the
this is-
clips we're going to play over here, we couldn't play over there because of censorship.
This
so.
is intern Tony's bit, which is Douche Chill Theater right now.
We're playing Douche Chill Theater with Jim Norton.
This is
We had Chris Carter and the other dude.
the other dude, creator dude.
Yeah, Chris Carter,
Frank Spotness.
he was the director of X-Files, and Chris Carter.
Good.
And Chris Carter was
Is the creator.
See, all right.
Yeah, but when you don't want the actors, because the creators can always kind of...
Maybe they were responding badly because it was so obvious that Jim
thought they were the actors.
You know what? I can't tell you how many instant feedbacks came in, and they wrote their movie should be called the Z Files. I just
damn.
just didn't want to blow up their spot. Whatever. Here's Norton asking acting questions, I believe, to the creator and the director of the X Files.
Hey, do you guys do, like when you're in between, like you got 6 years between doing films? Are you doing like theater and stuff like that? A lot of actors just get so bored.
A lot of actors do
The
theater.
same role all the time. They just want to go out and Gandolfini always wants to go out and do some thing. I mean,
Right.
that's the end.
Wow.
I didn't know that you just said actors. And
I love the guy
And then I
who
raised
goes,
an actor.
Actors.
Right.
Right. We're not actors, stupid.
He should have said that to me. I would have fucking laughed.
Yeah, I
He
know.
made me in a nice way.
I think we have one more example.
Oh,
All
good.
Here we go.
Jillian was 24 when she started the series.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many years were you on?
9 years.
Okay, so she's Jesus.
That's not that bad.
That's not bad at all. That's just
There
it
was
was
one where
about
talking
age.
about Pacino or something.
Yeah, and I talked about Joe Pesci, or as my
Yeah.
mother would say, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, you had another actor question, at least one more in there that kind of was like,
The typecasting they're looking for.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
fine.
typecasting. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's the
Are
good
you
one.
typecast as a creator?
Hey, God has been.